Israel now had to take 50 of persons of beeves or asses or what, flock or whatever it was, and they had to give it where? Unto what now who? The Levites, with the priests. Eleazar, high priest, the Levites, the priests that now have been given unto them to help them carry out the services in the house of God, or to carry out the charge of the tabernacle, the work that were to be done in the tabernacle. And 31.
And Moses and Eleazar are priests. Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. And the booty, being the rest of the prey which the men of war had caught, was 600,000 and 7,000 and 5,000 sheep, and 312,000 beeves, and 301,000 asses, and 32,000 persons in all, of women that had not known men by lying with men.
Okay, now you see right there, when it came on out and told you of persons in all, and it said of women. Y'all see? When I told you that all the men, what? Were killed. The boy children were what? Killed. And the women that had what? Known a man or lied down with a man was what? Killed. So these here that now remain of them, of women that had not known man by lying with him, it said it was what? 32 what? Thousand of the women. It lets you know how many of that was of the Moabites and Midianites that had not touched a man. With 32,000 of virgins. Y'all get it?
Amen.
And what it says,
and the half, which was the portion of them that went out to war, was in number 300,000, and 30,500 sheep. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep was 603,015.
Okay, look at what it tells you. It tells you now in 36 how many men of war, and say, and the half, well, which was the portion of them that what? Went to war. It tells you how many it was. Was in number, y'all see this? 300,007 and 30,500. The men that went out to war was in number 300,000 what? And 7. Y'all see that? That's how many went out what? To war. And 30,500 what? Sheep they what? Gathered. Y'all see that?
Amen.
The 30,500 sheep were not men of war. They was the sheep that what? They brought back in. So, but then it said that was only half. Bringing in all of that, they gave you an amount, they gave you a total, they gave you a sum of what they had there, and it now goes on to tell you how much the Lord was given out of all that they obtained. Hear what it says. And the Lord's what? Part or tribute of the sheep was what?
603,15.
Y'all see? So that's 660 and then 15. So that's 375. Y'all get it?
Amen.
603 score is 660. Add 15 to that, that's 675. Y'all got it? So of the sheep that was given out of that 30,500, the Lord's portion was what? 675 sheep was given unto the Lord.
And the beeves were 36,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 312.
Do y'all see that? Mm-hmm. So what you got here now? How many cattle? That's what beeves is all about. how many cattle that was given unto the Lord was what now?
72.
The total was 36,000, but it said the Lord's tribute was threescore and 12.
72.
Which was what?
72.
72. That's what God got. 72 what? Beeves. 39.
And the asses were 30,500, of which the Lord's tribute was threescore and 1.
That was how many?
61.
So out of everything the booty, as they say, or the spoil, or the loot that they brought in, or the prey, was each thing God got a portion out of what was what? Excess there. They gave God his portion. So out of the asses, there was what? 61. 40 says,
and the persons were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 persons.
Okay, now, when you're looking at this, you got to realize what we're talking about here now is the half that the men that went out to war are given unto the Lord. Y'all see that, don't you? Because 36 said, and the half which was the portion of them that went out to who? War. So this is not the whole congregation of Israel. What is given to the Lord now is by those that went out to war. Y'all got it?
Amen.
So then it says, and the persons was what?
16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 persons.
Y'all get what I'm saying? They gave 32 peoples to what? The Lord, or which would be Eleazar, and which would be to the Levites for servants to help do what needed to be done. But which you knew of the women, they couldn't service in the house of, or the tabernacle. So whatever other work that could be done was given unto them as their servants. So it says now,
and Moses gave the tribute, which was the Lord's heave offering, unto Eleazar the priest, as the Lord commanded Moses.
okay, now,
And of the children of Israel's half, which Moses divided from the men that warred. Now the half that pertained unto the congregation was 300,000 and 30,000 and 7,000 and 500 sheep.
continue.
And 36,000 beeves, and 30,000 asses, and 500, and 16,000 persons.
So when you see right here, you can see now where it all been divided, well, in half. The men of war had 16 what? Thousand persons, and now you find out that the congregation had what? 16,000 persons. Y'all don't see that?
Amen.
40 says, and the persons were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32. That's for the men that went out to war. Right here in 46, and
16,000 persons.
y'all see?
Amen.
So if the men of war had 16,000, then they divided down the middle, then the children of the congregation had what? 16,000 what? Persons also. Go ahead.
Even of the children of Israel's half, Moses took one portion of 50, both of man and of beast, and gave them unto the Levites, which kept the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses.
So they gave the same thing, the same thing that the children of the congregation gave unto the Levites. They gave the same thing here out of their portion again, which what it was. Verse 30 says, and the children of Israel have, thou shalt take one portion of 50. Y'all see it? 50 persons. And then you got to take 50 beeves and 50 asses and 50 of the flock And all manner of beasts they give it unto the Levite. Well, the same thing he tells them here. Both of man and of beast, and give them unto the Levites what? Which kept the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord, as the Lord commanded who? Moses. And what it says now.
And the officers which were over thousands of the host, the captains of thousands and captains of hundreds, came near unto Moses. And they said unto Moses, Thy servant hath taken the sum of the men of war which are under our charge, and there lacketh not one man of us.
Do y'all hear that? He told them how many they had and all that they had done. And he said when we looked at it, we found out there was not one man among us that lacked anything. In other words, they divided equal up, and every man, what is that, Acts?
Acts. All
Chapter
things
2,
common.
down 42, somewhere like that. They had all things what?
Common.
Because they what? Brought it, and they did as God had told Moses to tell them to do. And they divided equal, that no man lacks anything. Well, if we did that today, no church member would lack anything. But people are all for them what? Self. Men love themselves. The Bible says men are lovers, and that is the truth in this day and hour, lovers of themselves more than they are lovers of God. So that's why you find folks falling away and going away and doing whatever